There's one financial mistake that quietly robs millions of entrepreneurs of $5 million. And the crazy part is nobody sees it coming. Well, today I'm gonna reveal to you what that mistake is and how to ensure you never fall into that trap and it costs you $5 million. So let's dive in. If we hadn't had a chance to meet, my name is Luke Turner. I am the co-founder of Moment Prep Wealth. We help entrepreneurs make smarter financial decisions. If you hear that and you think, wow, I'm an entrepreneur, I need to make better financial decisions, you can book a call in the description below. Check it out. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, which is how do we make sure that you don't fall into this mistake that's gonna cost you $5 million or more? Well, the problem in today's video is going to be what we call exit planning. This is where you take your business, your baby that you've built over 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and now you're gonna go out and you're gonna sell it. You now need to think about all these different things that really never came into play as you built and scaled your business. The biggest mistake that we see entrepreneurs make is not having that exit plan in place. And we call it exit readiness. So exit readiness is looking at everything in your business and in your personal financial life and coming up with the things that we need to tweak to make sure that we can get the maximum amount of value inside of your business. So let's look at a couple of key areas on the personal side and then a couple of key areas on the business side. So first off, on the business, I want you to ask yourself these couple of questions, maybe even just write down the answers as you're watching this video. Number one, how reliant is my business on me as the owner? If the answer is reliant or very reliant, this is going to hurt the valuation of your business. If you cannot be involved in your business and your business continues to run, your customers continue to stay, the profitability stays the same in your business, this is going to be huge for your valuation. This is going to make you millions of dollars. So if you think about that and you're starting to think, wow, I'm really involved, start thinking about things like standard operating procedures or different ways that you can delegate responsibilities as your business prepares to exit. So that's number one. Number two is what is our growth and what is our customer concentration? When somebody comes in to buy your business, they want to make sure there's a sustainable way that you're going to continue to grow. Okay, if you don't have that growth plan in place, they are going to discount your valuation. So you're not going to get as much money for your business. So you need to make sure you have a growth plan in place and you have the people and systems in place that there is a clear path that you can continue to grow this business, even if you as the owner are no longer there. And then as you think about growth, we also need to be conscious of customer concentration. The more customer concentration that you have in your business, the lower the valuation you're gonna get. Why? Because somebody coming in and buy your business, they're gonna be really concerned about the fact that we lose 1, 2, 3 customers and all of a sudden this business I just paid millions of dollars for is worth significantly less money. So the more you can protect that buyer from things like customer concentration, the better off you're gonna be. So the action item for you is to go in, look at the clients that you have, look at what the percentage of revenue that they are to your top line. So example being you're doing $10 million top line revenue, you have a customer that's paying you $1 million, that would be 10%. It'd be a high amount of your revenue. You need to be really careful and conscious of that on the business side. So those are 3 things that you should be thinking about on the business side. And now let's think about a couple of things on the personal side. So number one, is there an income gap? So the way we think about an income gap is how much money are we making a day from the business? How much does it cost for us to keep living our lifestyle? And can that continue to be maintained after we sell the business? So let's look at an easy example. So let's say you're making $1 million a year, you're netting after taxes $600,000. Okay, so $50,000 a month, and you're in a position that you are spending, call it $30,000 a month to live your lifestyle. Plenty of excess as you're running your business. You're making 60 after taxes, so you're spending 30. That leaves you $30,000 left over every month. So you're in a good spot. But when you go to sell this business, that income stream is going to go away. So you're going to have to live off your investment portfolio. Living off your investment portfolio is very different than making that active income from your business. So how do we do that? Well, we need to be thinking about how much money we're going to have saved after taxes, and then be thinking about what our time frame is, so how long we're going to have to live off of these dollars. And that can be a very complicated formula to come up with, coming up with the right investment portfolio, the right mix. But an easy rule of thumb is the 4% rule. So if you have $1 million, typically you can spend about 4% off of that $1 million or $40,000. So in our example that I just gave, if you wanted to continue spending $30,000 a month, you need to have approximately $10 million. To be at $10 million, that would be 4% of that would be $400,000. So that's where a financial planner could come into play, looking at the exit value that you have, looking at the taxes and saying, okay, based on how much you're spending, can we continue to maintain and fund our lifestyle moving forward. Unfortunately, many business owners don't go through that business exercise or the personal exercise, and it ends up costing them millions and millions of dollars. So what should be your takeaway today as you're watching this video? The one takeaway I would encourage you to have is take action early. If you're thinking about selling your business a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, there are things that you should be doing today, and you should not be waiting 30 days before you're gonna sell to talk to a financial planner. There's been conversations that I've had with people where they say, I'm getting this check 2 weeks from now. What can we do? And it's not that it doesn't work out sometimes, but the reality is the people that sell for the most amount of money and have the most peace of mind signing on the dotted line on that last day when that wire comes in are the people that do the planning early. If you do not do the planning early, you can be sure that it's gonna cost you millions and millions of dollars. And I don't want that for you. So if you have questions on what you should be doing as you approach potentially selling your business, how to potentially avoid it costing you $5 million, schedule a call with our team below. It's in the description. Would love the opportunity to have a conversation with you. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out more content just like this.